Hey, I'm Austin Moore, broker and owner of Austin Moore and Company Real Estate right here in Longview. Today I'm breaking down something every buyer and seller in Texas needs to understand, and that's closing costs. What they are, who pays what, and how we use smart negotiation strategies like seller concessions to make the process easier for our clients. Let's start with the basics. Closing costs are the fees and expenses required to finalize a real estate sale. For buyers in Texas, these usually fall around 2 to 5% of the purchase price. For sellers, they usually land around 6 to 9% once commissions are included. Your actual number depends on your loan, the property, and what we negotiate in the contract. For buyers, closing costs start with lender-related fees. This includes your appraisal, underwriting, the loan origination fee, your credit report, and any discount points you choose to pay to reduce your interest rate. Your lender will give you a loan estimate early on and then a final closing disclosure right before closing so you can see everything clearly. Next are the title company fees. Since Texas closes at a title company, buyers typically pay for the lender's title policy and may share some escrow or settlement charges. In a lot of East Texas contracts, the seller covers the owner's title policy, but that is always negotiable. You will also see prepaid items, which include your first year of homeowners insurance, prepaid taxes, and daily interest from the day you close to the start of your full payment. These aren't really fees. These are funds the lender has to collect upfront to properly set up your escrow account. Inspections, surveys, and possible HOA fees may also factor into your side of the closing costs. It depends on the property and the type of loan you're using. Now, let's talk about something we focus on heavily when we represent buyers and sellers, and that's seller concessions. Seller concessions are one of the most powerful tools in a real estate transaction. A seller concession is money the seller contributes toward the buyer's closing costs, and this can cover a wide variety and range of expenses. It can go towards lender fees, your appraisal, title company charges, prepaid taxes, prepaid insurance, and even certain rate buydowns depending on the loan program. Here's why concessions matter so much for buyers. Most buyers aren't held back by the monthly payment. They're held back by the cash needed at the closing table. When we negotiate seller concessions, we reduce the buyer's out-of-pocket costs and make the path of home ownership much more affordable. But seller concessions also benefit the seller, and this part is often overlooked. Concessions can help us structure a deal that might not otherwise work for a buyer financially. Instead of lowering the price $10,000 or $15,000, a seller can contribute a smaller amount towards closing costs and still make the deal possible. In many cases, concessions allow a seller to net the amount they want while still helping the buyer move forward. It keeps more deals alive and more transactions moving toward the closing table. These are the kinds of creative solutions we use every single day to help our clients succeed. And this is exactly why having an experienced real estate team matters. Understanding when and how to use concessions can be the difference between a deal closing or a deal falling apart. Before we continue, I want to make something clear. What we're going over here is just a basic understanding of closing costs. Every client situation is different. Some people want the full breakdown, and others prefer the short version. Either way, we are happy to explain as much or as little as you want. And you can always rest assured that our goal is to act in your best interest and get you the strongest deal possible. At Austin Moore & Company Real Estate, we tailor every offer to the client's financial position and to the property we're negotiating on. We look at your loan type, your cash to close, the seller situation, and the local market conditions in Longview, Hallsville, Kilgore, White Oak, Diana, Gladewater, and Tyler, and all of our East Texas area. Then we craft a plan that gives you the strongest possible advantage. Our goal is simple: to make this process easy, predictable, and financially smart for you. Now let's shift to sellers. The biggest seller expense is usually the real estate commission, followed by the owner's title policy. In Texas, the title premium is set by the state, so the price is the same no matter which title company you choose. Sellers also pay prorated property taxes, HOA resale fees when applicable, and any repairs or credits negotiated after inspections. If a new survey is required, that can be a seller cost as well. The important thing to understand is that nearly everything in a Texas contract is negotiable. Closing costs, concessions, survey fees, title fees, these are all tools that we use to structure the strongest possible deal for our clients, protecting your bottom line and putting you in the best position at the closing table. If you are buying or selling in Longview or the surrounding areas and you want a clear numbers tailored to the situation, reach out to me and my team. We make real estate easy to understand, easy to navigate, and easy to succeed in. If you want a tailored plan for your move, we're here to help. Thanks for watching.